John, Kilmarnock away on Saturday. How's the mood been in the squad after such a good win last weekend at Aberdeen?
Really vibrant. The best I've probably seen it for a while in terms of, for a number of reasons, because of the result on Saturday and the players coming back from suspension and injury. So it's been very competitive, but all done in a real good spirit on the training pitch. Have been training fantastic. Really have been training really well. And I have to say, over the last couple of days, even last night, there was a lot of heavy rain. I was a little bit concerned when you go out to Fort George. It takes the water great. There was a wee drizzle in the air, and we're down there, and the ball's moving quicker, and the training was magnificent this morning. So all credit to the players, as it has been last week. And that comes by competition for places. As long as it's healthy, it's a good thing to have at your club.
Will changes be made for Saturday, or have you not decided?
Yeah, I'm contemplating. I've made my mind up basically. There's just one or two things that I feel that needs to be done. But it's great that you've got that headache. It's one that I welcome. But I'll be trying to pick the best team that I can to go and win a game against Kilmarnock. I feel it's horses for courses. One thing I will say is, no matter what, with the boys coming back from injury and suspension, if they don't start, no matter what, when I turn around and look at my substitutes bench, it's going to be a real good strong bench, and it's going to have to be like that for now to the end of the season if we want to go and achieve success.
The return of under-20s as well, it must kind of add to your headache when there's players such as Callum Ferguson trying to get onto the bench for the first time, especially coming on and scoring twice and playing very well.
Well, it's always Fergie does it all the time. He never, I don't know how many goals he scored, but he comes off that substitutes bench and scores goals. There's a kid that listens intently when you speak to him about football, which is part of the education. And just wee bits and pieces that you stop playing in front of the player, play on the shoulder. You play on the shoulder, that means you can go in behind, you can come short, you can spin. You can bend your runs, you can take it down the side, and you can see him when you watch him, which I did against St Johnstone. His movement when he come on was very good. But another young player, as I say, same as Ryan Christie and Adam Evans and Joe Gorman and these guys, I feel that when you see one getting a wee sniff at it, I fancy a wee chance of that. And it's important, that's part of their learning process, to turn them from boys into men, and hopefully that'll be the case and they're all playing, have a good future at Inverness.
How important is it for players coming back into the squad to get some game time in Kilmarnock before what could be construed as the biggest game of the season so far in the semi-final? Massive,
and that's that's a real good question, because it's something that really I've contemplated as well. Could you go with the same team come Saturday, knowing that you could make 3 or 4 changes the next game week? It's all that kind of thinking that's come into my head over the last few days. Do you change a winning team? All that stuff. What if? What not? How's our training for next week? What do we have to do? Do we have to play practice matches to get these guys game time? But I just feel right at this moment in time, the way we are training. The way we're training and the intensity in which they train at, they'll probably get more in a training session than they would in an under-20s match. That's the intensity in which we're training at right at this moment in time. And no matter what, if 1 or 2 didn't play this Saturday, that would not rule them out for the semi-final next game week. Pick a team to win on Saturday, and I'll pick a team to win at the semi-final. But I'm just looking forward to it, I really am. As I was against Aberdeen. The reason I'm saying that is because I feel that with experience of football, you need to make sure that you're collected, cool, calm, collected in the way you conduct yourself. What you're seeing on the training pitch, are you seeing on the game on a Saturday? What you're seeing on the game on a Saturday, 1 or 2 mistakes, are you correcting it on the training pitch? And now I've now got my foot under the table and put all that in place, I'm now starting to see a more John Hughes style of football, John Hughes team in terms of the way we want to go about our business, and that's all coming from the training, the way it's manifesting itself into the game Saturday, and that's what you look for as a manager. Individually, some of the boys have been very, very good. Collectively, we've been very good, and I'm really pleased about that.
You've obviously got Russell Latapy arriving imminently to help you with the selection. What do you think he can bring to the first team squad at the minute?
Well, first and foremost, if I was to explain Russell's character, he's a lovely lad, very humble boy. He'll fit right in here. No ego, no airs or graces. He would give you the last penny in his pocket. So very, very humble background. In terms of football knowledge, he's a tactician, knows the game like the back of his hand, wants to see the game played in a certain manner which suits my style. The philosophy, pass and move, 1 and 2 touch, shot, sharp passing. But I've updated them on exactly where I think we are as a team, and it's getting that blend. I keep saying this, we can never get away from the fundamental values that Cherry put in here, that spirit, hard work, siege mentality. If we do that, we'll get beat. So on the back of that, and a mix, no total football, a wee mix, and then he'll come in, so he knows exactly where we are. Hopefully can come in individually. If I was a young player and I was one of these technical players, if I did not get close to Russell and try and learn off him, then you're doing yourself an injustice. Get there close, he's very approachable guy, and he's a right good coach. And as I say, the dressing room will take to him because he'll be right in there, mix it with the boys, he loves all that. So really I'm looking forward to Russell coming in. He's coming in part of a team, because Duncan Shearer and Scott Kelleher's been different class. He'll come in here and work more closely with me, but as I say, we're a team, and it takes a 4-man team to run a football club.
Yeah, finally we've got Greg Tansey coming in last week. Could we realistically expect somebody else to come in before the end of the window?
Well, there's still room for another one. I'm not hiding the fact. What kind of one is the question? Is it a young one that wants to be around the first team environment, first team experience, and around the first team dressing room, coming off the bench, going on there? That's one, and that's no problem. Or is it one where you go, right, we'll go and get this other one, and he sits on the bench, but you're paying good money for him? That's just a waste of money, The reason I'm saying that, because probably the position that we're looking at is probably centre forward, but you've got the top goal scorer, or still up there, Billy, in Scotland, one of the best strikers in Scotland anyway, up there, and we play Nick off him. Dorrans can play in there. James Vincent can play off him, so you're hoping that Bullock can stay injury free, still with us to the end of the year, scoring goals, and if that is the case, there's no problem. And hopefully that will be the case. So I think the supporters can see the dilemma and all that stuff, but if there wasn't one to come in, I wouldn't be too fussed about it. I'll just get on with it, and then you just have, if anything ever happened to Bully, touch wood, you would just need to adapt and go and adjust, and that's what you do as a coach or as a manager.
Perfect, John. Thank you very much.
Okay. Cheers.